Hey guys, welcome back to Gather Together Homestead. I'm Glenn. This evening, we've got 4 does in here, rabbits. I'll kind of turn so you guys can see them a little bit here, but all 4 of these mamas over here are all pregnant and ready to have their litters, their kits, here in about the next day or two. So tonight I'm going to go ahead and get these rabbit nesting boxes disinfected and kind of show you how we do that, and then also show you how we put together a nesting box. So 3 of these are used, and we need to go ahead and disinfect them, clean them back up and stuff before we rebuild those boxes. So I'll get that done, and then I will show you guys how we build our nesting box and show you what we disinfect with here first. So this cleaner that we use, this is just a vinegar and water solution. It's an all-natural cleaning solution. We don't like to use bleach or anything like that here, so we try not to as much as possible anyways. I'm not going to say we never do, but as much as possible. So now our nesting boxes are metal. They're made by Pet Lodge. Some people may want to build their own boxes out of wood or whatnot. These have worked really well for us. So this is what we prefer to use for now. That may change later, but for now this is what it is. Now the reason you want to disinfect these things is because you never know what, with the other rabbits giving birth and stuff. We're not real sure which ones were in which rabbit pen. So we're gonna go ahead and clean these all up, wipe them down real good, and then we can get started building the new ones. So it's a little chilly here, guys. It is still winter, obviously, here in Missouri where we're at. But we do go ahead and breed our rabbits in the winter time. We actually have really good luck breeding in the winter. I know some people say you shouldn't, but we do, and we have great luck with it. It's actually easier for our rabbits because than it is in the summer. We don't breed in the summertime, in the heat of summer, because it's too hot. It's harder on the babies, harder on the mamas. So we prefer to breed we'll start around September and breed our rabbits in September, and we'll breed them all the way through. We probably won't breed past May or June, just because it's starting to get pretty warm then. So we'll lay off of the breeding then, and then start back up again in the fall. But we have really good luck in the winter. There's 2. There's 1 more here, and then we'll be ready to put together a nesting box and show you how we do it and why. A lot of people might think that these metal ones are too cold and stuff like that, but when you see how we build our boxes, you'll see why it really just doesn't matter a whole lot whether we're using the metal or wooden boxes or whatnot. So, all right, guys. Now we got all those nesting boxes cleaned out, disinfected. Now we're going to start building them. So, what we do first is we keep a bunch of old newspapers and stuff, and we will line the inside of our boxes with newspaper. Once we get the inside lined with newspaper, then we do keep fine pine shavings here, and we will put about 2 inches of the fine pine bedding in the bottom of our nesting boxes. And then on top of that, we will actually stuff this thing full of straw. And the reason we do this, guys, is when we first got our rabbits, we were really struggling with trying to keep our rabbits, our babies and stuff, alive. For some reason, they just weren't surviving. It seemed like they were just getting cold, and this was in the fall. I mean, it wasn't really cold, but it just seemed like they weren't staying warm enough to survive, and we were losing half of our litters, sometimes our whole litters. And we got to looking around and doing some more research, and what we were doing in the beginning was these same nesting boxes, and we were filling them with hay, and the rabbits were eating a lot of the hay and not having a ton in there. And even though we'd put more in, they would still eat it. And it's like they just weren't leaving enough in there for the babies to have any kind of bedding. Even though they were pulling fur, they just didn't seem to leave enough in there for the babies. So we found a guy on YouTube, actually on another channel, and this was how he had built his nesting boxes for his rabbits. And I was like, we're going to give that a try. So we did, and I tell you what, guys, it made a world of difference. We haven't lost, I mean, other than a baby or two that might get pulled out of the nesting box by mama when it's nursing on accident. It might get drug out because it's still attached. Other than that, I don't know that we've really lost any more rabbits since we switched doing our nesting boxes to this way. So now that I've got the pine bedding in there, I'm gonna go ahead and move these out of the way real quick so that I can get to my straw bale down here. And I'll kind of give you guys a see it. So you can see we've got about 2 inches of the fine pine bedding in here with our newspaper lining the box. And now I'm going to just take this straw and I'm going to stuff this thing full of straw, about as full as I can get it. And we keep a bale of straw in here just for this. And the reason we use straw, guys, is because the rabbits will not eat it. So we figured that out. Again, like I said, with the hay, they wanted to eat it all, and then they didn't have enough bedding in there for the babies, for the kits. So now we obviously went to straw, and they seem to have all that they want. So this is it, guys. This is how we build our boxes. There's about 2 inches of pine bedding in here. It's about to there with pine bedding, and then we stuff it full of straw, and then we'll give it to the mamas just like that. So guys, if you like what you're seeing, like and subscribe to the channel. If you guys are having issues with maybe your nesting boxes or losing kits and stuff, this is a great way. It's worked out great for us. Now in the summertime, we probably won't do it this way. We'll probably go to just straw, because the bottom of our boxes actually have holes in them there, you can see, so they breathe. In the summertime, when we are breeding, when it's not July or August, but when we have kits in June or something like that, we probably won't be filling these with 2 inches of pine bedding because it's pretty warm then. So we'll kind of adjust for that, but this has worked out great for us, guys. So again, thanks for watching. If you guys like what you're seeing, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.